Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, my name's Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler book review on Wonder by r.j.palacio. So for those of you that don't know, this is a story, it's a middle grade story. It's about a boy called August, and he has a very sort of disfigured face. He's had several plastic surgeries and sort of appointments and hospital appointments and everything sort of done to him, and he still has this sort of like disfigured face. And then one day he enters into school for the very first time, so he has to deal with all the struggles of everybody staring at him. Although he has begun to get used to it, he still obviously finds it a little bit of a struggle. He befriends a couple of people though, so this is really sort of like a coming of age story about a boy who was born to stand out, even though he was sort of brought up to sort of hide, and it was just like a really sort of emotional and gripping story. And what I liked was that I couldn't really tell that it was a middle grade story. It wasn't really written in that sort of way like it was a children's novel. I liked how it was sort of written more like a young adult novel. I really liked the character August. I thought he was really powerful, even though he was just being himself most of the time and adapting to the world and to new things like school and actual new friends sort of thing. I thought that he dealt with it really well. He literally does have the power to change people's hearts and people's minds, because he never really changed throughout the novel like drastically. It was people who changed around him, like more people were just sort of getting used to him and finding out that on the inside he's actually a really cool person. So although this book is a standalone, a movie is coming out pretty soon. It's coming out this month actually, and I really honestly can't wait to see it. I've heard from people who have seen like sneak previews of it that it's a really sort of gripping and heart-wrenching and emotional sort of film, and I feel like I'm going to really enjoy it. It's going to tear me to pieces and rip me to shreds. There are other books that are released sort of like based around this book. We've got the 365 Days of August, and we've got Oggy and Me, and that's sort of like a bind up of 3 little novellas. I've recently actually purchased that actually, so I probably will get around to that pretty soon, but it's like stories based around like 3 of the like side characters that are in this story. I'm really utterly ashamed that I've actually owned this book for well over like probably 2 or 3 years maybe. I don't know, I feel like I've got it like ages ago, and it's just taken me so long to give it a read, and I loved this book like loads, like so much. And this book, considering I've read this like close towards the anti-bullying sort of week, and like the anti-bully reads readathon that's happening next week, I think this is going to be the perfect sort of book to read towards it. So if this book has been on your TBR, guys, you need to get it read. Another great thing about this book is that it stayed with me after. It's one of those books where as you finish it sort of makes you think, and I really honestly like those sort of books. What actually kind of like threw me off a little, but in a good way, I wasn't sure at first, was the fact that this has got alternate perspectives in. We have August, we've got Summer, we've got his sister Via, and we've got like Jack as well. So yeah, it's just told from all sort of perspectives, but it does go back to August. But even though it's in alternate perspectives, because at first I was like, oh god, we're not going to get like the main story from this at all, it actually worked really well. And I liked how we got to see from the other side characters how they see August, and how they all just see it all in a different way, and how everybody thinks and that, and how it's not always how everybody thinks. Like August might think that his friend Jack is actually being horrible when like he wasn't, and yeah, just that's all of that. I think if I had to have a favourite character it would be August, because he is just honestly flawless in every way. Like he's really humorous, he jokes about his appearance all the time, like he just makes fun of it, and it sort of makes it less awkward with people around him, and they just sort of join in, and everybody just finds him absolutely hilarious. But he's just sort of like this cute little nerdy Star Wars loving little kid. I'd say the only dislike I had to this book, which was a shame really, it just, for about 3/4 through the book, it felt like it was dragging a little bit. Like, I just wanted the story to just pick up and keep on going. It was going so strongly, and it just sort of like dragged, and then it came back again really good, and then it dragged again, but only in like certain pages. So it was very unfortunate, and that is why I ended up giving this book 4.5 out of 5 Kit Kats. I still think it's a really good rating, but that was the only thing that I disliked about this book. I think this is just going to be one of those books that is going to change how people act. It's going to make kids and people and adults be a lot kinder to people. Appearances shouldn't matter anyway. I've never really been judgmental on anybody's appearance, like, to a strong point. I mean, we now and then we just sort of point little things out, but I feel like even now, like, I shouldn't even be pointing little things out, sort of thing. Like, for example, like, oh, she hasn't done her makeup today, she looks awful, or her hair looks messy, like, that sort of thing. Like, there are reasons behind certain things, and I just feel like ever since reading this book that it's going to even make me sort of shut up even more about that. But appearances have never really sort of bothered me anyway, because hey, look at myself. The ending of this book was actually like quite a soft ending, and I liked that. And like I say, because it ended so softly, it just sort of makes you really think about the book. It ended on a really positive note, and it was really strong, and yeah, I really liked how it ended. So really guys, you should totally purchase this book if you haven't done already, or if it's on your TBR pile, then you should give it a read, especially as, like I say, the Anti-Bully Reads Readathon is happening next week, and you should just generally read this book anyway. Like, I mean, it's a middle grade novel, but it's not written like in a juvenile sort of way. It seemed like it was a young adult novel to me, and that's like what I liked about it. So I feel like kids of all ages can read it, adults can read it and still enjoy it. But yeah, it's definitely enjoyable, and you should definitely give this a read, especially before the movie comes out. So that is the end of my non-spoiler book review, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you have. If there's any comments or questions you would like to ask me, do pop them down below in the comments. Please do follow me on any of my social medias, and we can chat there too. That will be down below in the description. But if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. I post videos like pretty much like all the time. There is no specific schedule, and please follow me on my social medias. I love to talk to you guys. And there's now this new little thing, which is the little bell, and it's a notification bell, and if you click that, then you'll be notified of any time that I upload a video, so that I can not surprise you. It would just be like, ding, Kate's uploaded a video. So yeah, so you won't be able to miss any of my videos. So if you guys do all of that, I will love you all to pieces. But thank you very much for watching my video as always. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!